Manners are a sensitive awareness of the feelings of others. If you have that awareness, you have good manners, no matter what fork you use.
Imagine you're at a crowded networking event where every connection might spark a new opportunity. You're stuck in a long, dragging conversation, your smile slowly freezing as your eyes wander around the room. In your head, one question keeps echoing. How do I get out of this without seeming rude? The mix of guilt and exhaustion leaves you torn between politeness and your need for freedom. We've all been there. But imagine a different scenario. You leave every conversation feeling light, confident, and mutually respected. In this video, you'll discover how to end conversations gracefully using timeless philosophical insights to elevate your social skills, strengthen your confidence, and even improve your work and relationships. We'll explore why these moments feel so awkward, then move to a meaningful solution inspired by the story of Seneca, the Roman philosopher who navigated dangerous court politics with tact and wisdom. His lessons offer a roadmap you can apply today. By the end, you'll have practical tools to handle any conversation, from a relaxed coffee chat to a high-pressure meeting. If you find this helpful, hit like and follow Timeless Wisdom Official to join a community of people committed to growth and deeper understanding. Your journey to mastering the art of conversation starts now.
The diagnosis. You know that sinking feeling all too well. You're knee-deep in a conversation, nodding along, but your mind is screaming for an out. Why does this happen? Why do you, like so many others, find yourself stuck, replaying exit lines in your head that never quite make it out? Let's peel back the layers, because the root of this struggle isn't just bad luck or poor timing. It's woven into the fabric of how you've been conditioned psychologically and socially, especially in the fast-paced, connection-obsessed culture of the US. First, consider the psychological anchors holding you back. From a young age, you're taught that being likable means being agreeable, a people-pleaser who prioritizes harmony over honesty. Think about it. In school, at family gatherings, or even in therapy sessions drawing from modern psychology like cognitive behavioral approaches, the emphasis is on building rapport, not breaking it. This creates an internal conflict, a fear of rejection wired deep in your brain's amygdala, that ancient alarm system that lights up at the mere thought of offending someone. You worry they'll see your exit as a personal slight, interpreting it as, "You're not interesting enough," or "I don't value you." This isn't paranoia. It's a survival instinct gone awry in social settings. Evolutionary psychology tells us humans are pack animals, craving belonging, so ending a talk feels like risking exile from the tribe. But here's the counterintuitive truth often overlooked. Prolonging a draining conversation doesn't build bonds, it erodes them. You end up resenting the other person, or worse, yourself, for not honoring your boundaries. That resentment festers, turning what could be a positive interaction into a subtle emotional attack. Now, layer on societal conditioning, particularly in the American context where individualism clashes with communal expectations. You're bombarded with cultural narratives that glorify endless networking. Think LinkedIn mantras like, "Your network is your net worth," or the hustle culture pushing you to squeeze value from every encounter. TV shows, podcasts, and self-help books celebrate extroverted charisma, making introverted needs feel like weaknesses. In the US, where directness is prized in business but politeness reigns in personal spheres, you walk a tightrope. Southern hospitality might demand lingering warmth, while New York efficiency screams, "Get to the point." This mixed messaging leaves you paralyzed, second-guessing every move. And let's not ignore the digital age's influence. With social media training you to scroll endlessly, real-life talks mimic that infinite loop, lacking clear end buttons like closing an app. You feel obligated to keep engaging, fearing FOMO or judgment in a society that equates busyness with worth. But dig deeper and you'll uncover a profound, overlooked reality. Most struggles with ending conversations stem from a misplaced sense of control, or rather, the illusion of it. Drawing from Stoic philosophy, which we'll explore more soon, you often cling to outcomes you can't dictate, like the other person's reaction. You assume responsibility for their emotions, turning yourself into an emotional caretaker. This is amplified in the US, where therapy culture encourages empathy, but sometimes at the cost of self-preservation. Rhetorically, ask yourself, have you ever stayed in a chat out of pity, only to leave feeling depleted? That's the trap. Societal pressure to be nice overrides your intuition, leading to burnout. Studies from social psychology, like those on emotional labor, show this disproportionately affects women and minorities, who navigate added layers of expectation to be accommodating. Yet, the real eye-opener is how this conditioning masks a deeper human truth. Conversations are energy exchanges, not obligations. When you ignore the natural ebb and flow, you dishonor both parties. You might think staying polite means enduring, but true politeness respects mutual time and space. This oversight creates a cycle. Awkward prolonging leads to abrupt endings, breeding more anxiety. In urban hubs like LA or Chicago, where small talk is currency, this manifests as superficial connections that leave you lonelier. Rural areas might emphasize community, making exits feel like betrayals. Across the board, the US viewing habits, binge-watching series with cliffhangers, train you for unfinished narratives, mirroring endless chat. Understanding this diagnosis empowers you. It's not about being antisocial. It's recognizing that your struggles are shared, rooted in trainable patterns. By shining a light on these hidden forces, you start to break free. But knowledge alone isn't enough. We need a shift, a wisdom that turns insight into action. The shift, the power of wisdom. Now, let's turn the tide. You've diagnosed the chains holding you back, those invisible threads of fear, conditioning, and misplaced empathy. But wisdom isn't just about seeing the problem. It's about embracing a profound shift that frees you. Enter the world of Stoicism, that ancient Roman philosophy forged in the fires of real-life trials, teaching you to control what you can and release the rest. At its heart lies the art of discernment, knowing when to engage and when to withdraw, not as a retreat, but as a strategic grace. This isn't cold detachment. It's warm wisdom that honors your inner peace while respecting others. And to make this visceral, let's journey back to the life of Seneca, the Stoic sage whose story mirrors your modern struggles in ways that will stir your soul. Picture ancient Rome, a glittering empire of marble forums and shadowed intrigues, where words could crown kings or seal deaths. Seneca, born around 4 BC, wasn't just a philosopher scribbling in seclusion. He was a statesman thrust into the viper's nest of imperial courts. As advisor to the tyrannical Emperor Nero, Seneca navigated conversations that were literal life-or-death dances. Imagine the tension. Nero's volatile moods, courtiers scheming in whispers, and Seneca, ever the wise guide, needing to impart counsel without overstepping. One wrong word, and exile or execution loomed. Yet, Seneca mastered the polite exit, turning potential pitfalls into preserved dignity. In his letters to Lucilius, he recounts moments where he'd sense the conversation's natural peak, like a wave cresting before it crashes, and gracefully bow out. "I must go attend to matters that call me," he'd say, or invoke a higher purpose. "Let us reflect on this further in our own time." These weren't evasions. They were Stoic pivots, rooted in the principle of amor fati, loving one's fate, while asserting boundaries. Feel the weight of that? Seneca's court was your networking event on steroids, where lingering could mean political ruin, yet abruptness invited wrath. He drew from Epictetus's teachings, though his contemporary, emphasizing that you control your responses, not others' perceptions. In one poignant episode from his life, detailed in historical accounts like Tacitus's Annals, Seneca faced Nero's escalating rants during a banquet. The air thick with wine and flattery, Seneca listened intently, then, at a lull, interjected with empathy. "Your wisdom inspires me, Emperor, and I shall ponder it deeply as I retire to my studies." He exited not fleeing, but flowing, like a river bending around a stone, maintaining respect while reclaiming his time. This wasn't manipulation, it was mastery. Nero, volatile as he was, often respected it, because Seneca's exits left doors open, not slammed. Why does this resonate so deeply with you today? Because Seneca's wisdom reveals a counterintuitive truth. Ending a conversation politely isn't about the other person, it's about you reclaiming your sovereignty. In Stoicism, every interaction is a practice in virtue. Prolonging beyond its value dishonors your finite life force. Seneca wrote On the shortness of life. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. You feel that, don't you? Those endless chats stealing your moments? His story shows that polite endings build stronger bonds. People remember your grace, not your absence. In the US, where time is currency, this Stoic shift empowers you to navigate boardrooms or barbecues with the same poise. Seneca's exile and eventual forced suicide under Nero underscore the stakes. He died with integrity, his philosophy intact, proving that true politeness stems from inner strength, not external approval. This shift isn't abstract, it's transformative. By embodying Seneca's Stoic grace, you move from trapped to tranquil, turning every goodbye into a subtle affirmation of mutual respect. Feel that empowerment rising? It's yours to claim, as we now bridge to actionable steps that embed this wisdom into your daily life. The action plan. You've felt the shift through Seneca's Stoic lens. Now it's time to make it yours. Wisdom without action is like a map left unfolded. It guides no one. So, let's forge a practical path tailored for you, the busy American navigating coffee meetups, Zoom calls, and backyard barbecues. In the land of opportunity, where time is your most precious asset, we'll build the Stoic Exit Protocol, a 3-step framework rooted in pragmatism. This isn't fluffy theory. It's battle-tested tools to end conversations politely, preserving relationships while reclaiming your day. You'll practice internal poise, daily habits, and lasting mastery, turning awkward goodbyes into seamless transitions. Imagine gliding out of chats like a pro athlete dodging defenders, effortless, respectful, and always in control. Ready? Let's dive in. Step 1. The mindset shift. Reclaim your inner citadel. First, anchor yourself in Stoic sovereignty, that unshakable core where you decide what's yours to control. You start by reframing endings not as rejections, but as natural rhythms, like the sun setting to make way for stars. Ask yourself, why do I owe endless time to every talk? In US culture, where self-reliance is king, from Thoreau's woods to Silicon Valley hustles, this means honoring your boundaries as a form of self-respect. Begin each day with a quiet ritual. Sit for 5 minutes, breathing deeply, and visualize a conversation's flow. Picture the energy exchange peaking, then ebbing, your cue to exit gracefully. Counter that people-pleasing pull by affirming, their feelings are theirs, my time is mine. This internal change flips the script on guilt. Remember Seneca advising Nero? He didn't linger out of fear. He withdrew with purpose. For you, this might mean prepping mentally before a networking event. I'll engage fully, but when the value dips, I'll pivot. In practical terms, challenge societal conditioning. Next time that knot forms in your gut, label it. This is just old wiring. I choose freedom. This mindset isn't selfish. It's sustainable. Studies in positive psychology, echoing Stoic virtues, show boundary setters report higher life satisfaction, less burnout. You'll feel lighter, more authentic, as empathy meets empowerment. Practice this shift, and watch hesitance dissolve. You're not escaping, you're evolving the interaction. Step 2. The practical habit. Craft your exit arsenal. Now, build daily actions that make polite endings second nature, like muscle memory for social grace. Every day, arm yourself with versatile phrases drawn from Stoic wisdom, customized for American directness. Start simple. In your morning routine, jot 3 exit lines in a journal or phone note. For instance, "I've really enjoyed this chat. Let's catch up soon as I head to my next commitment." Or, channeling Seneca's reflective poise, "Your insights give me a lot to think about. I'll mull that over while I tackle the rest of my day." Make them genuine, infused with positivity. Smile as you say them, maintaining eye contact to convey warmth. Practice aloud in front of a mirror, feeling the words roll off your tongue like a well-rehearsed pitch. In the US, where pragmatism rules, tie this to timing. Watch for natural pauses like after a laugh or shared point, then deploy. Body language amps it up. Lean back slightly, nod appreciatively, signaling closure without words. For virtual hangs, use tech to your advantage. "My calendar's buzzing, great talking, let's reconnect." Habituate this by role-playing weekly with a friend or even solo, simulating scenarios from office small talk to family dinners. Track wins in an app or notebook. Exited politely at party, felt empowered. This daily drill counters the endless loop trap of digital chats. Set a mental timer, say 10 minutes for casuals, then exit. Sensory cues help. Notice your energy dipping like a battery draining. That's your signal. Over time, these habits build confidence, turning potential drains into energizing exchanges. You're not just talking, you're directing the symphony of your social life. Step 3. Long-term mastery, sustain the graceful flow. Finally, embed this protocol for life, evolving from novice to sage like Seneca himself. Mastery means consistency amid chaos, so integrate reflection rituals. At day's end, review one conversation: what worked? Where did I linger too long? Adjust, forgiving slip-ups as learning curve. In America's goal-oriented ethos, set milestones. After a month, aim to end 80% of chats on your terms, tracking via a simple habit app. Surround yourself with reminders. Stoic quotes on your phone wallpaper, podcasts on social skills during commute. Build a support network. Share this wisdom with accountability buddies, discussing exits over coffee, fostering a circle where boundaries are celebrated. Adapt for contexts. In professional settings, frame exits around productivity. "This has been productive. I'll follow up via email." For personal ones, add warmth. Family calls, talk soon. Counter relapses by revisiting Seneca's story when doubt creeps in. His courtly poise reminds you that true mastery withstands pressure. Long-term, this sustains not just politeness but deeper connections. People respect your time, mirroring it back. You'll notice ripple effects. More energy for passions, stronger relationships built on quality over quantity. In a nation of dreamers, this mastery fuels your pursuits, from career climbs to personal quests. Feel that strength building? It's the Stoic legacy alive in you, ensuring every goodbye opens doors to hellos that truly matter. There you have it. The Stoic exit protocol, your pragmatic blueprint. Implement it and watch your social world transform. You've journeyed far today, haven't you? From that initial spark of Emily Post's wisdom on manners as a dance of awareness, we plunged into the hook. The raw frustration of being ensnared in endless talks, feeling your energy seep away like sand through fingers. We diagnosed the deep roots. Those psychological tugs of fear and societal pressures that chain you to conversations past their prime, revealing how America's blend of hustle and hospitality often leaves you depleted. Then came the shift, illuminated by Seneca's Stoic saga in the shadowed halls of Rome, where he wielded words like a master artisan, exiting with grace amid emperor's whims, showing you that true politeness blooms from inner strength, not obligation. And finally, the Stoic exit protocol, reclaiming your mindset as an unbreachable citadel, honing daily habits with crafted phrases and cues, and mastering the long game through reflection and adaptation. This isn't just advice. It's a timeless toolkit, forged in philosophy and fitted for your modern life, empowering you to navigate social seas with the poise of a seasoned captain. Imagine stepping into your next gathering, that knot in your stomach replaced by calm assurance. You listen deeply, contribute meaningfully, and when the moment whispers enough, you pivot with warmth, leaving others feeling valued, not dismissed. This is your power. Conversations become bridges, not burdens, fostering connections that uplift rather than drain. You emerge stronger, more present in your career pursuits, family moments, and personal quests. Hope surges because you've unlocked a skill as ancient as Rome yet fresh for today's rush. Proof that wisdom evolves, but its essence endures. Feel that inner fire kindling? It's the strength of sages like Seneca, now alive in you, ready to transform every goodbye into a gateway for growth. From all of us at Timeless Wisdom Official, thank you sincerely for investing your precious time with us. It's an honor to walk this path of enlightenment together. If this video resonated, lighting a spark in your soul, why not hit that like button to affirm the wisdom we've shared? Subscribe to join our growing community of deep thinkers and lifelong learners, where more gems like this await to enrich your journey. And share it far and wide. Let this ripple of politeness touch others' lives. Drop a comment below. What struck you most? A favorite exit phrase, perhaps, or how Seneca's story mirrors your own. Your insights fuel our collective growth. Until next time, carry this wisdom forward. You've got this.